lawmaker is weighing in on the brewing fight between the state and federal governments.
The U.S. Department of Justice and Minnesota's Secretary of State are set for a potential showdown over the DOJ's request for Minnesota voter information. In a letter to the Secretary, Republican Representative Dwayne Quam of Byron is asking the state to comply. KTTC's Grant Jones explains.
A state versus federal showdown.
The local government should be cooperating. They should not be trying to not cooperate.
The U.S. Department of Justice requested information on voting in Minnesota, including the state's voter registration list. The DOJ is looking into the state's elections to determine if they comply with the 2002 Help America Vote Act. Steve Simon, Minnesota's Secretary of State, denied the request, citing a lack of legal basis entitling the department to the information, as well as privacy concerns for how the info would be used and stored. Now, however, state legislators are weighing in. In a letter to Secretary Simon, state Republican legislators, led by Representative Dwayne Quam of Byron, urged the secretary to, quote, reconsider your stance to the request.
So let's just follow the standard operating procedure, which has been to share that type of data, because you've been doing it.
Quam says that the state has already been sharing this information to the federal government for years, far preceding Simon's role as secretary. For him, recent federal convictions in the North Star state show that the DOJ's request is both legal and needed.
I don't know what else the Department of Justice saw in that case, but it's reasonable and logical that, we've got a case with some issues and convictions, and we saw some things that made us want to go and look broader.
However, there is pushback, especially from across the aisle.
The Secretary of State in Minnesota and a lot of other states get a request now to send them all of our data. We have to look at that in context. And that is that this is part of their attempt to undermine the next election.
DFL Representative Tina Liebling of Rochester says that the Secretary of State was right not to comply with the DOJ. To her, the department is being weaponized to advantage President Trump in the midterms.
If they pay $49, then they can get it. That's not what they're asking for. They're asking for additional sensitive information that is not available to the public.
For now, though, the stalemate continues. Reporting from Rochester, Grant Jones, KTTC News.
Other states the DOJ has requested information from include Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania, and nearby Wisconsin.